I have no doubt that there will be a wife number 3, by the way, and number 4, and number 5. Human gods seem to have a plan, is all I'm saying. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, and we're back with another episode of Mushoku Tensei, the episode that catches us back up to everybody else. We come back as we normally do with notes and a board, so let's go ahead and look at that board real quick, where we just have the solo change, that I changed the romance line between Elenice and Cliff into a family line, because they're married now. I guess somewhat of a change. I got rid of all of those things in the legend. To any of you who have actually used the board and looked at the legend, instead of listing every sword style by the ranks within it, I just boil it down to the sword styles. So, if you want to see everybody who's part of the sword god style, boom. If you want to see everyone who's part of the water god style, boom. And everyone who's part of the north god style, boom. I meant to do this as an allude to entering in everybody who's certain magic type users, but then I realized I've never kept track of that. I don't know. So I guess in that way, I'm kind of reaching out. Leave below in the comments who should be in what. Take a look at the board, see who's missing from where. Inform me, I guess. No spoilers, though. Anyway, that's the board. On to the notes. Of course, when we first met Elenice, she was doing rooms full of people, so of course she'd be the one to propose to Rudy that he should be having 3 ways with his wives. Again, I got no problem with it. It's their marriage, they can do whatever they want. My only negative to the whole thing is that I feel like it detracts from the sentimentality and the emotional pull of the rest of the episode. Not unprecedented, though. Sort of the same structure as the episode where Rudy found Paul again. It's also the episode he gets alluded to. Maybe that's why it was in my head. When he was wearing underwear on his face. Start light, then drop into the seriousness. Begone, Mara. Apparently, in Buddhist tradition, Mara is the entity who represents temptation, ego, and illusions that bind us to suffering and prevent enlightenment. I had to look it up because it occurred to me, even in the first watch, that I had no idea what it was in reference to. So, if you're like me, now you know. I'm assuming the aphrodisiac in question will be the same one that we've seen twice in a row now, back when Rudy was teaching Eris and bought some, but broke it when he dropped it. Then, the time he was with Sylphie, I believe he had some then too. I guess we reference this stuff once a season. I say will be the same, as though we didn't just already go over the whole Love Hotel thing. I'm assuming it's always going to be the same aphrodisiac. They say where it comes from, but I don't know. So that's both men that were obsessed with Eris have now moved on. Rudy has his 2 wives, Cliff has his wife. They established that birthday thing way back in the beginning, so no wonder I didn't think about it until I was reminded, but I'm happy that they remembered too. I can think of a ton of shows that I've watched that would do a ton of world building like that, and then never bring it up again. So, this was just another sprinkle on the Mushoku Tensei reward cake. Rudy is like 16 or 17 now, isn't he? Watching him drool in the streets over the possibility of a 3-way just had me pause and look at him for a moment. He's definitely grown up physically since the days back on the Demon Continent, but still looks younger than Paul did. I mean, obviously. At the same time, what does mental age even really mean? He was older when he isekai'd, but then had to relive ages that wouldn't really mature you much, would they? If I had to relive being 10 all over again, even if I aged back to how old I am now in an instant, I don't think I'd be more mature than I am now. Probably less mature, in fact, because I'd get used to being 10. So I imagine Rudy's mentally regressed from being 30-something to being his actual age a long time ago. Hell, I would say there is a difference in his experience and his maturity, but I don't even think his experience matters either. That experience comes from a different world. At best, it would only apply to his interactions with Nanahoshi. Really, he got a head start, as we said before, on being able to think as an adult about the world around him, but that's about it. I'll add, as per my previous notes, I haven't been able to crack the language. It doesn't seem to translate to English, and in the benefit of time, I haven't been able to pierce whatever's going on with it. The cursive style element just makes it that much harder, in that, the words run together, and since they're all basically a subset of curves, and the curves, again, have to line up with one another at the bottom, makes it for not much variation. And in that, it's also kind of sloppy handwriting, because most of it comes from Rudy. And as I said last time, Rudy can't even keep it on the line. It's difficult, is all I'm saying, and bereft of time as I am, I have yet to crack it. Roxy is bad at buying gifts. Don't get the girl who's forced into being a maid something that helps her be a maid more. That's like buying your wife a vacuum cleaner for her anniversary. It's a bad idea. For all the things that give people trauma in this world, I'm surprised that none of our main characters have an overwhelming fear of sudden transportation. It happened to them, the place that they lived suddenly being destroyed out of nowhere and sending them off to the far corners of the world. They basically got struck by lightning, for whatever odds there are in that. Granted, they also sort of know why it happened now, but also not what caused it to happen, or caused it to happen happening. I know it doesn't make sense, but the reason why they got isekai'd is unknown to them. So, though they know it happened because they got isekai'd, they don't know why they got isekai'd to know if that will ever happen again. And not to them, mind you. If anyone else in the world gets isekai'd. I know it all seems very tangential and nothing to do with the episode, but when Rudy was thinking about how Sylphie wouldn't want to stay out all night and leave Lucy alone, the fear that propped up in my head was, what if they all suddenly got teleported again? Because the only thing that kept some of them together last time was their physical proximity. Maybe we just need to run into Soma again and see how he's dealing with it, since he seemed to be the most struck. Then again, he was also in the group that got enslaved by people that found him after, so he was kind of dealing with a lot, more than just that anyway. I feel like Aisha is really just being held back by everyone. She's a real prodigy at everything she does, but she's never given the opportunity to get out there and do things. Imagine if she was let off the hook. She'd be the protagonist of her own story easily. Even greater adventures than Rudy and the Demon Continent, I would suspect. Considering that we see their fishing lines have a bobber on them, it is actually kind of impressive that he managed to fish up a boot somehow. In my final note, as a mirror to my notes from Season 2 to my notes from last episode, we better get Zenith back. For better or for worse, this family needs her back. And let's not forget, we still have her sister out there somewhere, for whatever the point was in introducing her in that special, or the talk about how her family was from last season. Well, those were my notes, so nothing left to do but to hop on in and see what we get from this episode.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. I was going to say, last time she didn't go for his faces, so I didn't know. A lot more energetic this episode. I feel like we've gone a little bit forward in time. What are you doing here? Oh wait, that's not the adventuring woman from, Is it? It is! She married Timothy. So wait, are we gonna see what's her name again? Sarah? Was it Sarah? This is awkward.
あんたと別れてちょっとしてからね。あたしら程度の実力じゃ一人いなくなると厳しいもんさ。
Sarah, it was Sarah, okay.
気になるのかい？まあ少しは。あの子はまだ冒険者を続けてるよ。会って話すなら早い方がいいよ。
Why?
者はいつ死ぬかわかんないからね。
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
いえ、俺から話すことは特にはないので。
I thought we were gonna say something like a death wish or something.
失礼します、ルーデウス様。奥様がルーシー様を気にかけているようでしたのでお連れしました。
母さん、
Any concern at all is a good sign from Zenith.
ルーシーはおばあちゃんが大好きでちもんね。
Come on.
ルーデウス様、失礼いたします。
I don't know if this is a children can sense things moment or...
お腹が空いたみたいだね。
もしかしてルーシーのお腹が減っていることに気づいたのだろうか。
I don't know. I'm more worried about this now.
だとしたらいいことだ。
I think it's been too many shows where I've, like, suspected that somebody was, like, riding in somebody else.
今日の依頼、引き受けてくれてありがとうございます。
God, I don't know what I'm now. I'm thinking, like, maybe Zenith is dead, and there's a person in Zenith's bot. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore.
たまたまですよ。
なんでもラノアの王族は成人直前になると試練として旅に出ることを義務付けられているらしい。
I guess I'm also just thrown that we just brought Sarah back up in
これ
conversation.
は自分で用意しなければならないようだ。
もともと護衛していた冒険者パーティーに病欠が出たんですよね。
はい、我々はその補充要員ということになります。
アリエル様も同行すると聞いたんですが。
なんでも
That'd be a weird inclusion.
交流を持ちたいとかで。
すごいですね。コネを作るためとはいえ、魔物が出る森にまでついてくるなんて。
私としては護衛対象
Do we have to worry about assassins again now, too?
の方が大変というか不安と言いますか。だからルディが来てくれて私は心強いです。
大船に乗ったつもりでいてください。
I still absolutely love that this show, I mean, for 2 out of its 3 seasons, doesn't do an intro. We just get the music and stuff to pay attention to.
アスラ王国でも、城の中に庭園がございます。そういったことはどこも一緒なのですね。面白い。
なんだ貴様らは。名を名乗れ。
はじめまして、ロキシー・ミグルディア・グレイラットと申します。
ルーデウス・グレイラットです。
グレイス様、こちらがお伝えした王女様の護衛を務めていただく2人になります。
ああ、お前たちか。話は聞いている。私は騎士グレイスだ。今日はよろしく頼む。
That woman that we're guarding looks very familiar, and I don't know why.
アマゾネスエースという冒険者パーティーだ。
I'm pretty sure these are all new people. Well, let me guess, it's gonna be Sarah. She's still an adventurer after all.
私は絶対反対。
しょうがないだろう。そういう依頼なんだから。
変なの言えるぐらいなら私だけの方が絶対マシだって。
あんた一人に背中を任せられるほど私は自分の実力を過信しちゃいないつもりさ。
あんたも
Yeah, I saw the blonde hair. She was the 4th one in line.
今はいいけど、ずっと同じ相手とパーティー組めるわけじゃないんだからね。あんただったの。誰？知り合い？まあね。
So, was it ever explained to her, the misunderstanding?
彼女のことを忘れることなどできないだろう。
Yeah.
すっぱで気が強くて、でも頭はそんなに悪くない女の子。何度か一緒に
They could have been something.
俺は彼女に惚れられた。惚れられていたんだと思う。対して俺の気持ちはというと、よくわからなかった。それを確かめる前に関係が
Yeah, I guess that would have been a thing
終
too.
わってしまったから。そう、終わったこと。彼女とはもう二度と会うこともない。と思っていたのだが。
Well, pretty sure in some note I asked for this, so...
炎の加護あらん。勇猛なる灯火の熱さを今ここにファイ
Yeah, I guess to be fair, he doesn't have to, like, do much to make himself a problem.
そちらは問題ないですか？大丈夫。
Although I can't imagine jealousy coming up here. Unless she does know about the misunderstanding. And gets jealous because of, I don't know.
転移迷宮を踏破した魔法大学の教師。噂は本当だったようだな。
攻撃魔術と治癒魔術の配分感服しました。あんな風にきっちり実践できる人がいるなんて思ってもみなくて。よく言うよ。最初はこんなガキと一緒は嫌だとかのたまってたくせに。生言っちゃってすみませんでした。いいですよ。よくあることなので。
ロキシーが周りに崇められている光景は見ていて心地いいものがあるな。へへ。あれ、俺の師匠なんすよ。
I wanted resolution from this, so I can't be unhappy that this is happening. I can be unhappy that this is happening, though. Especially with the whole, we already got introduced to, adventurers can die at any moment. I'm gonna fucking hate it if she dies by the end of this episode, and we don't get any talking.
では礼拝はうまくいったのですね。はい、アリエル様のおかげでここの巡礼は楽しく終えられそうです。
She looks so familiar. She's not the little girl from the special Eris the Goblin Slayer, is it?
まあ構いませんが。やった。お姉様ありがとう。お姉様というのは。
ああ、ロキシーの方との温度差がひどい。俺もあっちに混ざりたい。
Well, you should have talked to her when she was trying to talk to you. Does Sarah know you're here with two of your wives?
なんだか喉が渇きましたね。道中に黄色い実がなっていましたよね。わがままで申し訳ありませんが、あれが食べたいです。取ってきてくれませんか？わかった。取ってくるよ。森の中を一人で歩くのはよろしくありませんね。
I mean, you know that these people plot.
ついていって差し上げてください。
これは気を利かせた。
Season 2. There's a lot of plotting like this.
いえ、ルディだけで十分でしょう。僕はアリエル様のおそばにいます。
いいのですか？
大丈夫です。彼なら逃げません。
He's not gonna leave me for an old flame.
俺は逃げていたのか。いつまでも逃げてちゃダメだよな。
ルーデスさん、よろしいですか？
We better clear this up.
はい。
Sarah better not be wife number 3. I have no doubt that there will be a wife number 3, by the way. And number 4 and number 5. Human gods seem to have a plan, is all I'm saying.
冒険者続けてたんだな。
それどういう意味？
カウンターアローが解散してさ、スザンヌとティモシーは結婚して冒険者を辞めただろ。パトリスも兵士になるためにアスラ王国に戻ったって聞いたから。
Oh, okay.
サラはどうしてたんだ？
いろんなパーティーを転々としてたよ。けど永久になってからはずっと今のところ。
女ばっかのパーティーなんて初めて見たよ。
低ランク帯だと結構多いみたいだけどね。C 級以上になってくると性別より実力を取るからそんなに見かけないかな。私も入ったのは初めてだったけど。
Does that make sense?
女だけだと利点も多いんだ。
I mean, like, I guess so long as it's not misogyny, it's good.
王女の護衛なら女だけのパーティーが適任だもんな。
何にせよ気楽だよ。
Are we gonna, like, look at some point and she still has the dagger? Like she went back and got it or something?
あんたこそどうなのさ。
どうって？
結婚して子供もできて、奥さん2人と毎日よろしくやってるって。
Okay, she does know.
聞いたよ。
それはその。 ごめん。
別に謝ってほしいわけじゃない。
I mean, she broke up with you. Again, misunderstanding. Also, maybe introduce the element that, hey, I did find my mom, and she's like brain dead or whatever.
サラ、謝ってほしい
It's
わけ
not
じゃない
all
だろ。
sunshine and rainbows for me over here either.
俺たち気持ちのいい別れ方じゃなかったからさ。突然会えても何話していいか分かんなくて。でも無視するのは良くなかった。ごめん。
だから謝ってほしいわけじゃないって言ってるじゃん。
隣に座っても
いいの？奥さんに叱られるよ。
好みを取って戻ったらすぐ説明するさ。
王女の護衛のあの子がそうだったんだ。
スザンヌから聞かなかった？
シルフィエットって名前だけだよ。でもそっか、ローリでね。
ロキシー、青い髪の魔族の人もね。
え、あっちもなの？ロキシーって。
I mean, to be fair, he was carrying her panties around the entire time. Wouldn't have had the bloodstained bedsheet thing y'all reminded me about.
私さ、ずっとあんたに謝らなきゃって思ってたんだ。
謝るってサラが俺に？
うん。あんたと別れた後さ、あんたがその病気だったって知ったんだ。なのに私は自分ばっかが傷つけられたって思ってあんたを悪者にしてさ。
Lesson learned. If you're gonna be flippant with your back to a wall so no one's behind you.
傷ついてたこと。ごめん。
今だからわかるんだけどさ。俺、多分あの頃サラのことそんなに好きじゃなかったと思う。
Well, that's not what I wanted to hear.
何それ。
俺が
I mean, even if it's true, even if it's better for both of them.
って子なんだけど、その子に捨てられたと思ってさ。そんな時にサラが好意を寄せてくれたから、とりあえず次に行って前のことは忘れてしまおうとか思ってたんだ。でもそれがうまくいかなくて、自分を守るためにひどいことを言った。サラに対して紳士じゃなかったんだ。だから謝ることはないよ。
I don't know, I kinda like... I prefer the world where him and Sarah had a chance.
昔のあんたならたとえ嘘でもそんなこと言わなかった。こんな気安い口調で話したりはしてくれなかったよ。
確かに当時の俺は相手に必要以上に近づかないようにしてい
Pretty
た。
dark time.
また同じように傷つけられるのが怖かったから、嫌われたくなかったから。でも今は
自信をもらったんだ。
奥さんに？
そう。俺の病気を献身的に
Although I gotta admit, when I was listing possible Rudy wives, I didn't even list Sarah. So, to show you how in my head she was at the moment.
それはなんというかすごいね。でもそんなにしてくれた相手なのに2人目も迎えたっていうの？
そう思うよな。
Yes, it does. It does sound bad. Not complaining.
何もかもが全部どうでもよくなってしまった時、助けてくれたんだ。
そっか。
Does she know your hand's missing?
私はできなかったね。
Fool a lot of people who wouldn't know with your gloved hand.
そこかな。私があんたに好きになってもらえなかったのは。
確かにシルフィーもロキシーも俺を好きでいてくれる。でもそれ以上に俺が二人を好きなんだ。
Bit conceited to think that you love somebody more than they love you.
勘違いしないでよね。私の恋はあの日に終わったの。そりゃ事情も知らずにひどいことを言っちゃったから謝りたいとは思ってたけど、それだけ。今さらよりを戻したいなんてこれっぽっちも思ってないの。
Yeah, I'm hoping they're just both lying to each other to make each other feel better.
昔の仲間として普通に接してよね。
ああ、わかった。
surprised she didn't run into Soldat or something. I guess I'm like counting on old people showing back up again. I'd love to see some more Soldat Heckler. We lost real dad. Now pseudo dad can step back in. Sorry, that mage over there hugging Roxy again.
ロキシーお姉様にもっといろんな魔術を教えてもらいたい。いや、あ、なんだったら私たちのパーティーに入ってください。ありがたい申し出ですが、今の仕事は充実していますし、夫もいますし。大丈夫ですって。男なんてちょっとぐらい放置しといても、久しぶりに会ったらチヤホヤしてくれますから。アリサ。
Would. You would.
なーい。じゃ、ルーデウス、お別れだね。
ああ、元気でな。
そっちこそ。奥さん二人とも仲がいいみたいだけど、比べちゃダメだからね。
はい、肝に銘じておきます。
よし。じゃあね。
Well, this was good. I'm glad we got to see her again. I don't remember the last note section I had that I mentioned her, but
あのまま別れちゃってよかったの？
どういう意味？
あの子、ルディが昔好きだった子なんでしょ？好
きじゃなかったんだ。
you did. You did. You're lying to yourself.
少し迷っただけだよ。
I mean, it was a dark time. I'm not like saying he's lying about that.
じゃあさ、ルディはどんな子？
And he was confused, but I'm sure he did like her.
私も興味あります。
Do they see themselves in her? And him lying about it isn't an affront to them?
それって。
ねえルディ、それ僕らが特別だったってこと？
ああ、二人は特別だよ。俺の窮地を助けてくれる特別な子はそういないよ。だから、
To be fair, Sarah would have been one of those had the misunderstanding.
約束する。
でもねルディ、僕はルディが特別だって思える人で、その人もルディを特別だと思えるなら、2人とか3人いてもいいと思うんだ。
特別。
Eris is not going to be down for this. God damn it, what are we doing?
きっとそれは勘違いだと。
シルフィ、どうなるかわからないけど、また約束破るかもしれない。
いいよ。
I don't like that we're preloading the Eris might be wife number 3 thing.
ルディのことが好きでも何でもないのに妻になろうなんて子はさすがに許さないからね。
ああ。
これは約束して。隠れてこそこそ付き合って、いつの間にか子供もできてましたなんてなったら。
Sylvie, you're too good for this man.
はい。
じゃあ、ルディが次にどんな子を連れてくるか楽しみに。
You're too good for this man, but unfortunately I can't see you with anyone else.
お前らの権威はすでに牽制の域にない。そろそろ儀礼の以来の剣王を決めようと思う。その前に質問だ。光の太刀は剣心流最高の技。その極意を習得したのに優劣が出やがる。剣聖、剣王、剣帝、剣心。その違いは何だと思う、ジノ？
技以外の足運びの巧みさや筋力、あるいは武器の優劣。
Instinct?
お前何年修行してんだ？
申し訳ありません。
I'm gonna say instinct.
ガキだからわからねえか。まあいい。わからなくても強えやつは強えからな。よし、じゃあニナ答えてみろ。
欲望ですか？
お前最近なんか色気づいてきたな。じゃあお前の欲望ってのはどこまで耐えられる？
耐えるですか？
例えばだ。
I mean, desire is ambition, and ambition can take you all the way.
どっちか選べと言われたらどっちを選ぶ？
剣王を選びます。
Sucks to be you, Gino.
じゃあエリス、お前はどうだ？
覚悟よ。
覚悟？そいつは違うな。
違わないわ。覚悟よ。
じゃあ剣王にはなる。
Resolve and ambition can also be the same
どう
thing.
でもいいわ。
強くなりたいんじゃねえのか？
ええ、なりたいわ。でも呼び名なんてどうだっていいでしょ。
よし、エリスにニナ。お前たちのうち勝った方を剣王とする。
Yeah, I guess fuck you, Gino. You're just here to watch.
思い出すわね。そうね。今日は私が勝つから。
I guess technically you're just here to weaken Nina for some reason.
ルーデウス。
いつまでお見合いしてんだ？
It was her trick to make you move first, or in the direction that she wants you to move.
悔しいか、ニナ。
はい。
お前はまだ伸びる。精進しろ。
父さん。
見事だ、エリス。お前に剣王の称号を授けよう。
Nice. I mean, that's not Turning Point 4, that's Fate. Whatever. So, I don't know. This is a difficult one. I realize I might have been quiet there at the end because I was trying to figure out where we're going with this. Because also we got the credits, and it's like how much time after the credits are actually left. The element is, they just said, like, Ghislaine is a Sword King, right? So now Eris is also a ranked Sword King. Except that we've also seen Ghislaine do that, like, weird light thing that he was referring to. Which is, I don't know, are they indicating that Eris can do that now too? Or is it beyond her and she still has to learn it? Because it's fucking insane. But again, I don't particularly enjoy the element that they're preloading, hey, if you bring someone back with me, or I mean back with you, I could accept them to be wife number 3. No, can we just, like, settle? Can we, like, settle with what we got? The element is, it was already weird that we just, like, brought Roxy in and everything. And again, these aren't complaints. I'm just, like, trying to find stable ground, right? What is the stable ground if the ground keeps shifting? We also, did Roxy just, like, silently agree? I don't remember her saying anything, because I was just dealing with what the hell Sylphie is saying. I think Sylphie went from accommodating to just accepting. And I mean, those could be in the same thing. I mean to indicate this thing has been brought up to her, she had to think about it, and then over time, she was like, okay, let's do this. You, me, and Roxy. And now she's just like actively, this is the thing that makes him happy. So, as many wives as it takes, I guess. I don't know what to think about this. I'm hoping, and I don't know why I'm hoping this, but mind you, I am hoping it, so I'm not going to deny it, that Eris is going to show up and she's not going to be about that life. I don't know why, I'm just kind of hoping that Eris is going to be our antagonist now. I don't know why. I just want somebody who wants something so clearly that they're willing to cut off everything around it, right? That Eris wants Rudy, but she wants Rudy alone. I mean, granted, that would be a story arc, right? The element of I can't deal with you being with other people, even though I am obsessed with you the way that Eris is obsessed with him, versus the accepting nature of the other two about being in this situation. I just don't know. I don't know how to deal with it. Also, the element, it doesn't seem like Eris is going anywhere, right? Like, she still has more training to do, I assume. I guess at this point she must have mastered with the other two, North and Water, because they weren't here. As much as that last commenter was like, this isn't the Eris story, this is the Rudy story. I want more Eris. I've gotten enough Rudy for the time being. Eris' story is consistently strong, right? She deals with the shit that she's going through. She has clear goals. She is mad dogging her way through it. She doesn't get like these sidetracks of, hey, what if I have a threesome with some people, right? Hers is the serious story. Rudy, for all the seriousness that he's in, gets derailed by his perversions time and time again. I could go for a season with Eris, that's all I'm saying. And granted, the perversions are still there with Eris, it's just not her fault. It's like when Ghislaine was talking to Sword God, and the camera just... Sorry, my throat. If you didn't know, my throat is half paralyzed through all these freaking surgeries and everything. So, if my voice cracks, it's not puberty, I assure you, I'm way older than that. When Ghislaine is talking to Sword God, and the camera is just looking up from between her boobs for no reason. The show knows its audience. It's going to insert the perversion, one way or the other. With Rudy's side, it's a character trait. With Eris' side, it's a reminder of what show you're watching. So, yeah, I want a lot more Eris. I guess, give me Rudy when they're dealing with Aisha or Zenith. For the time being, we can just accept that he's living a family life and move on to whoever's doing the most interesting thing at the time. Oh, I guess Juliet, too. Aisha, Zenith, and the Juliet Zenoba relationship. Because, again, I want to see him adopt her more so than, yes, Great Grandmaster, or whatever she's calling him. No, he's Master, Rudy is Great Master. Basically, Dad and Grandpa. Yeah, what I said at the beginning, too. The whole, what's going on with Zenith? Zenith stared, the child cried. Is it like when the dog can sense a ghost in the room situation? Or did Zenith actually recognize that Lucy was getting thirsty? Because that came on so quick that I wouldn't suspect that was just, she detected the thirst. But then again, children are fickle. I don't fucking know. The Sarah thing was weird, but I asked for it, and I got it, so I am where I'm at. I'm in my mind, and you can disagree with me all you want, because I feel like this is an opinion piece. I hope that they were just both lying to each other, saying to the other what they hoped that they wanted to hear, because in my mind, Sarah was a legit relationship prospect, even though, again, I didn't list her as one of the possible Rudy wives when I was ranking them. Because I guess in my mind, I just never expected to see her again. And then here she was, so... I don't know. Really good episode. Despite everything I'm saying that might seem to the contrary, I really enjoyed it. Good callbacks. Got to see Eris again. Again, any element dealing with Zenith at this moment is a thing. And that, I don't know, that princess seemed very familiar, and I do not know why. I already threw out my guess that she might have been from the special with Eris, ironically. But, barring that, that was clearly not Zenith's sister, who was the one escorting the girl back then, so. But again, it's been years. Who the hell knows? Anyway, I'm rambling, and I always say when I start rambling, if I've not clearly got more stuff to talk about, or I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore, making a fool of myself, that's the time to wrap it up. So, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you again next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?